Hello dear students, welcome to GBC. In this video, we are going to learn about what are the important side effects associated with cancer chemotherapeutic drugs. So anti-cancer drug or anti-neoplastic drugs these are the class of the drug. They are given in case of cancer. So what is the basic mechanism action of these drugs? So these drugs are basically act by disrupting the cell cycle. Basically, they disrupt the cell cycle and helps in preventing the cancer. Okay, they can interfere with the DNA replication, damage the cell's genetic material, and interrupt the vital process needed for the cell division. There are three major way how these anti-neoplastic drugs can interfere with the cancer cell. First thing is they can damage or they can interfere with DNA replication. DNA replication is a process when multiple copies of DNA basically form from one single copy. Second thing is damage to the cell's genetic material. It can damage to the DNA of a particular cell, or it can interrupt with vital process that needed for the cell division. Basically, they arrest the cell cycle process. Okay, so there, what are the different class of the drugs? So they might be alkylating agents. So that means they basically causes alkalization of DNA. Okay, by preventing this, ultimately prevent the cell replication. So example is your cyclophosphamide and iphosphamide. Next is antimetabolites. So basically, they mimic the building block of DNA and RNA and basically disrupt their synthesis. Example is your methotrexate and 5-fluorouracil. Next is anti-tumor antibiotics. So they basically binds to the DNA and basically inhibit the RNA synthesis. That means ultimately it inhibit the protein synthesis. Example is your doxorubicin and bleomycin. Plant alkaloids, they basically interfere with the cell division process. Example is your vincristine and paclitaxel. Next is topoisomerase inhibitor. They basically prevent the DNA from unwinding or replicating process. Example is your irinotecan, etoposide, and topotecans. So these are the class of the drugs. So today, what we are going to focus on, we are going to focus on the what are the important side effects that are associated with neoplastic drug. Because every year they always ask from the what are the typical side effects of seen by these different anti-cancer drugs. So we can remember it by simple mnemonic. The name is Femin NSDV. Okay, Femin NSDV. F for fatigue, A for appetite change and weight fluctuation, M for mouth sores or ulcers, mouth sores or mouth ulcer. Immune system weakened, that means weak immune system, that means your immune system is compromised. Immune system compromised. Okay, that means that particular person will be more prone to infected with any type of infections. Major most common are nausea and vomiting. So one question was asked, which is the which anti-cancer drug causes mostly nausea? So this is one important question. So drug name is cisplatin. Please remember, very important question. Cisplatin is one anti-cancer drug that highest chance of causes vomiting. Highest chance of causing vomiting. Okay, it is the highest chance of causing vomiting. Next is your neuropathy, skin and nail changes, diarrhea or constipation, bruising and bleeding, different type of internal bleedings. So these are the typical side effect that has been exerted by this class of the drug, basically your anti-neoplastic drug. So you can remember by a simple mnemonic, Femin NSDP. Okay, the mnemonic is Femin NSDP. That is fatigue, appetite change, mouth ulcers, immune system weakened, nausea and vomiting, neuropathy, skin and nail changes, diarrhea and constipation, brushing and bleeding. And most emetic, most the drug, and which anti-cancer drug has the highest chance of causing emesis is your cisplatin. Okay, these things you have to remember. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much.